Alright, so here's the tragedy. Is that right when I finally decided to do... Where is it? Yeah, right when I finally decided to just do the 20, since I could actually queue, I hit Valor rank 38. So, to do my best to stay in the spirit of the challenge, I only use moves that are available to the knight. I still only use one saber, and just in case they do ever decide to reset things, I haven't messed around with this at all, because I'm worried that they'll only reset it for people that didn't do anything. If that makes sense. Because if you're picking with stuff like this, then that's basically the same as picking a class, because you're deciding, you're allocating utility points, and in order to allocate utility points, you have to have a subclass. So that does unfortunately mean that I'm stuck with whatever it randomly gave me, which means no blade blitz, no where is it? Oh yeah, that replaces slash, which means I don't have slash anymore, and I can't switch to another discipline to get rid of that. And yeah, I lose blade blitz, so that really sucks. But finally found something that looks cool for my outfit. And I decided to do cornrows as well. Yeah, when did they add that to that game? Because that's from the looks of it, that's a free-to-play hairstyle. And normally when they add hairstyles to the game, they make it paid, but that one was free. So I don't know.
Master Jedi, the numerous reports of your gleaming saber cutting a swath through Imperial scum would overwhelm any lesser droid's processors. You'll be happy to know that victories involving you were referenced by a statistically significant number of new recruits as their inspiration for joining. Thanks to our efforts, recruitment is at an all-time high. I can't say whether Command is ready to counter-strike our new enemy, but this droid is ready to get back in the fight. Together, we will be an unstoppable force of galactic liberation. Nothing will halt my onslaught straight to the eternal throne. Onward!
Looks like freaking Goliosopod. Anyway. I'm not gonna continue the story though. Where is it? Well, I guess it's right there. But yeah, I'm not gonna continue the story. I'm gonna try to, as soon as the daily area Manon comes out, I'm gonna wait for them to do the day 1 patch to fix whatever bugs come out with that, and then I'm gonna start tweeting at the developers and be like, hey, can you give me back my non-subclass? Because I don't think that's a very high priority for them. I don't think it was realistic. Yeah, I don't think it was realistic to get into. There we go. Submit a feedback to the developers directly. Email. Anyway, but okay. Anyway, yeah, I don't think it's a very high priority for them in the first couple months of Legacy of the Sith to worry about players who never chose a subclass, having a subclass randomly chosen for them. So I didn't even bother getting in touch directly with a developer. But now that it's been a couple months and they've ironed out most of the major issues, and they finally, well, once they have sped out the daily area that they've been working on, then I think it'll be time to start asking for stuff like that. I don't know. And again, I can't do it day one of that either, because the first couple days of that, they're gonna be focused on bug issues with that. So I'm gonna have to wait until the day one patch for that comes out. But once that happens, then we're really gonna see whether or not we have a chance of continuing this challenge. Otherwise, I might have to just do it the way that I've been doing it, where I just unequip main hand and just use the abilities that were available. Though if that does happen, I'm gonna have to go through this tree and make sure that none of this gives me an advantage with the abilities that I am allowed to use. Like Dispatch, I know gets a shortened cooldown. I want to get rid of that. Or not a shortened cooldown. It becomes usable on targets that have higher than 30% health. And I think it also gets a small damage bonus. Or auto crit or something like that. And I don't want to have that. So I'm going to have to choose all the abilities that give me the least advantage. Yeah, the discipline that gives me the least advantage. I think Sentinel is good, because that means I do have single saber mastery. Or I do not have single saber mastery, so when I unequip my offhand, it should be very similar to dealing night damage. Blade Blitz, that'll be a nice one to get back. 4 stasis. Shit, that's annoying. Yeah, that's one of the things I hate about Legacy of the Sith. It's like, yeah, they didn't technically take away any abilities, except for, I think they did take away a handful. I think there was like 1 or 2 that they actually did just straight up get rid of. But then, yeah, mostly it was just, no, we're going to force you to choose between 3 really important things. Yeah, look at that. Jeez. Anyway, yeah, 3 really important moves, and you can only pick one of them. Yeah, it used to be Sentinels got all 3 of these, and they would use them like pretty much every fight. Like this, multiple times a fight. This, unless it was like an operation, multiple times a fight. And then this, multiple times a fight. I mean, obviously it has a long cooldown, but yeah, it's... And now it's like, nope, now you have to pick one. Yeah, so that is definitely something I'm not a fan of. And it's like... And it's not even like you got more utilities. Like the things that were in the utility trees before, that you still have to decide between, like you still have to decide between them. So it's not even like you get to choose more of the super good ones. It's like, no, you get the same ones that you would have gotten anyway, and then you skip the ones that you would have skipped anyway. And I think a lot of those actually did get deleted. A lot of the utilities, in fact, my favorite utility, 40-meter range on Harpoon, that definitely got deleted. That's not there anymore. You can't do 40 meters Harpoon. You can get 2 charges of Harpoon. That's nice. I'm glad they at least had a way for you to keep that, since they got rid of second contract. But it's just frustrating, dude. It just bamboozles me that they do dumb shit like this. Like, I hated amplifiers on stuff so much, but like amplifiers is making this the legacy of the Sith combat changes, or the changes to the trees specifically. I mean, I like being able to have 2 different classes. I like being able to go to the, choose any of the Jedi classes, any of the Sith classes on any of the Jedi or Sith characters. Being able to go cross alignment is nice. But I really don't care for the way that they actually, the way they redid the trees. Just every single class feels shittier now. It feels like every single class had something taken away. And some had more taken away than others, and some due to balancing. Like my marksmanship actually felt like it was doing damage again. Like I haven't felt like I could do damage on marksmanship since before 4.0, and now I feel like I do good damage on marksmanship again. So I'm glad about that. But I still feel like I had some stuff taken away on my marksmanship tune, so it's like I am glad. I am glad they got rid of amplifiers. I hated that those were even there. Like I didn't even mess with those that much, but it was like I just it was just so dumb. It's like spin the wheel until you get the thing that's good. Like that's not fun to me. Yeah, it's like Kingpin slot machines, except it's required to have the best gear in the game. Yeah. Yeah, it's just one more thing you have to do to have, best in slot. And I wasn't a fan of that, so I'm glad those are gone. But I would prefer that to having my abilities straight up just taken away, or like gated behind. You can only pick one. Like all 3 of these you used every single fight. You can only pick one. Like what a shitty fucking choice. But what is this? Each time you deal damage with your Blade Rush, your damage reduction. No, fuck that. Blade Rush deals. Fuck that. Blade Rush. Fuck that. Yeah, like, forget this whole line. Just give me one of these. Give me another one of these and just delete this line. And, probably delete this line too. What is this? Oh, that's trepidation. So yeah, that's actually good. Or predation, whatever. And I think actually no, okay, yeah. And then that's crap. And that's crap. So yeah, predation. That's one that I think is fair, because it's like 2 things that are garbage and 1 that's good. It's like, well, obviously I'm gonna pick the one that's good. Versus this is 3 things that are garbage. Get rid of this entire line and give me Blade Blitz. Replaces Lance. What is Lance? You're not even getting a new move. You're just getting an improvement to a move that you already have. That's crap. Deals additional damage to up to 8 enemies. Well, does it also inflict the debuff? Because that's kind of the whole point to doing this. So it's like a trap move, but for 1.5 seconds. Okay, so yeah, I guess that's okay, depending on how much you like Lance. But honestly, get rid of this line and just give me this. Get rid of this line and just give me this. I mean, I could see how this would be useful in PvP, but this would be more useful in PvP, and this would be more useful in PvP, and this would be more useful in PvP. So it's kind of a moot point, isn't it? Being able to AoE shut people down for 1.5 seconds versus being able to blitz out every 30 seconds or whatever it is and stun people and defensive cooldown. Like, yeah. I just really feel like they dropped the ball.